Hi guys, it's Alondra for Makeup here. I just wanted to share a few tips on how to do makeup for dark skin. Now this is my client Jackie. I did her face the other day for the Face of Africa Australia VIP launch, which happened in Perth not so long ago, so I was quite privileged to do that. So once we primed Jackie's skin, as she has oily skin, so we used a primer specifically for oily skin, we then went in with the Huda Beauty palette and started contouring her eyes. We decided to go for more of a warm, sort of auburn coloured inspired palette, which would sit beautifully with her complexion and skin tone. This will also allow for a nice pop of bright gold colour that we wanted to do in the inside of the eye, and there it is. So here we just used a MAC pigment to really highlight and pop the inside of the eye, warming that up on the corners with a little bit of dark brown and a little bit of black to give it a nice soft and sultry look. Next, to contour Jackie's face, we had to even out her complexion as she was a little bit dark around the mouth and a little bit dark around the forehead area. So we did that by using a concealer that was more of a peachy, warm base, a little bit lighter than her own skin, and blended that through. The best way to do this is either using a stippling brush or to use a sponge. Next, to really highlight underneath the eyes, we use the MAC Pro Concealer just to highlight on the T-zone area as well as under the eye area. It's important that you don't go too white in this and always keep the warmth in the tones of the foundation or the concealer that you are using. So in this case we used more of a peachy tone. I believe it was NW35 from what we used, and we just blended that through with a sponge or a brush. We then went in and set her face with the MAC Mineralized Powder. It's a great powder for when you don't want a completely matte look but still want to have the foundation set properly. We also then moved in and smoked up her lower lash line, finishing off with a winged eyeliner using a gel liner. Next we popped on a couple of falsies for her. I believe these were from the Huda Beauty range as well. Setting those in, making sure that she doesn't open until the lash is completely dry and completely flush on the skin. We then contoured Jackie's face with the Sepohora contouring palette. Now this is a good little cheapy but still an amazing quality product for when you don't want to use the more expensive contouring palettes on the market. Just make sure that the colours that you select on darker skin is not too terracotta based or too orange based, as it will look a little bit muddy. Just really make sure that you're really contouring and working that into the cheekbones. If you find that you've done a bit too much contouring on one side, just go in with your powder brush from before, and whatever product is left over in that, just blend that away. You'll find that that will help to sort of soften out and blend out the contouring if it is a little bit too strong in one area. We then went in with a blush. On darker skin, just make sure your blush isn't too pale or isn't too frosted, as darker skin always works better with slightly more warmer colours. Same can be said with the highlighter. The highlighter that we're using is not frosted or not white at all. It's more of a warm sort of bronzy highlighter, just focusing on the T-zone area. We then decided to really accentuate the fullness of her lips with the Chanel Rouge Coco Gabrielle Chanel. I believe it's number 10. It's a classic lipstick, nice and bright for her complexion. Jackie opted for more of the matte finish rather than the glossy finish, as she didn't want to accentuate her lips too much and wanted her eyes to be the focus of attention. Finishing off with a bit of Fix Plus to help keep the hydration and also set her makeup. So there you have it guys, we're all done. Jackie was super pleased with her look, and so was her daughter, trying to catch a glimpse. If you guys are in Perth and wanting to hit me up for some makeup, please do, more than happy to help. Otherwise, check out the finishing product. Here's Jackie. And don't you love it when clients send you photos of themselves with your makeup on? Ah, gotta love them. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys, for all the latest and greatest. And of course, if you are on all other types of social media, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all Alondra for Makeup or Alondra Gate. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.